Good morning. I want to start this video by reading a little quote from the Bible that I was reading today. It's Isaiah 41:10, and it reads, "Don't you be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. Yes, I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness." I was reading this verse this morning before I came here. I couldn't beat the sun. As you can see, it's already morning. But as always, this shit is gorgeous, beautiful, fantastic to see. The sunrise and the sun hitting your face when it actually comes up from the clouds is actually one of the most beautiful things you can see on this earth. And I definitely recommend everybody at some point in their lives to just come here and just appreciate really what this is, what you have in front of you. I was reading this verse because when you get into the habit of trying to become a better person and you actually start doing what you think you need to do to become a better person, you sort of get this bad feeling in your head that's like, why are you doing what you're doing right now? It's a feeling that comes up. It's in your head. It's not really there all the time, but it's there when it matters, when it wants to strike your head. It's not a good feeling. And then I just come to this verse, and it's, "Don't be afraid, for I am your God. Don't be dismayed, for I am your God. Do not fear, for I am with you." And really, when those times come by in your life where you are really, afraid of stuff, you really gotta, it's hard to explain it, but it's okay to be afraid of things. Everybody's afraid of things. I'm afraid of things. You're afraid of things. Whoever's your figure, your top figure, your model to follow, I'm pretty sure they're also afraid of things. But the difference between being afraid of things and actually, the difference between a hero and a regular person is that a regular person just fears and doesn't do anything. A hero, a winner, is somebody who fears, and yet despite the fear, they still do whatever they have to do because they know they have to do it. It's not a I can't because I'm scared. It's more of a I have to do this. It's more of doing the thing you're scared to do. No. And I want to take a second to look and to personally ask you, what are you afraid of? What is that you're afraid to do? What is that you're afraid to talk about? Are you afraid of, what will happen in your future? Are you uncertain? Take a second, just pause the video or just take a second in general. Think, why are you afraid of that? And what's that's making you fear? I used to be very scared of stuff. I'm still scared of stuff. Recording myself here is something that's very out of my comfort box. But I knew I had to do it when I first did it. And I was like, man. And I started having all these doubts, I was like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if people are gonna like me. It's okay. That's all okay. Just do it. Not for them, do it for you. But just do it. Just do it. What's gonna happen if you do it? Who's gonna hurt you if you do it? Who's gonna leave you if you do it? If you have to do something that you're scared of, but you're more scared of the consequences, then probably those consequences are bad things that are leaving your life. You know, if you got to do something and people leave your life because of your decision, but you know your decision is probably for the better of you, then maybe those people weren't supposed to be in your life to begin with. You know, or maybe those people just came by to teach you something. Maybe those people came by to teach you something, and then they had to go. You know, life is all about lessons. Everything you learn in the moment. You're probably not gonna know the lessons you gained exactly when you experience something bad. You know, when you gain the lesson, a new lesson, something that you gain it with experience and time. You don't recognize it. Whenever something bad happens to you, it's probably a lesson in your life. You don't recognize it at the moment because you're feeling. You know, you're feeling whatever you have to go through. Sadness, anger, you're feeling that. But then, you know, once the water calms down and you're stable and you actually look back at the situation, you get to appreciate whatever you're being taught in that moment, you know, and you get to take in all that learning, all that stuff you actually learned. No. But you learn that stuff because either you made a decision or somebody made a decision. But it's about taking the big steps that are scary, you know. Because once you take a big step in your life, once you put your foot in front of the other, and then you start walking in one direction, that's when these shifts start to happen in your life. These shifts, you start walking, and your life starts actually moving and progressing. And these shifts are going to alter your life in a way where you have events that lead you to this learning. And you're going to keep on learning and keep on growing and becoming better, a better version of yourself. But it's all about taking the big steps that are scary. Scary for you, scary for me, scary for anybody. And that's why that verse is so good, because it says, don't be scared. Because a man upstairs, a man up here, he's watching over you and he's got you. The situation you're going through right now, whatever situation you have, you already know what you gotta do. You already know what's needed to be done. You already know. It's just a matter if you got the guts to do it, to stick with that, and just walk forward. Whatever situation, whatever's going on that you don't like, you you can change the outcome. You can change the outcome. It's easy. You gotta stick. You gotta take a step. There's something that you don't like. There's something in your life that you feel like, man, I need to change this. You know what you have to do. You gotta put a foot in front of the other, start walking in that direction, take initiative, and change. You need to change. Change is good, even when it hurts. When it hurts, it's even better when it hurts, because you know something good is gonna come out from the hurt. Change is good. Everybody changes. You know, if you change your whole environment, you're gonna be a whole different person within a year. Not even a year, 6 months. Change is good. Just imagine a butterfly starts out as a larvae, then stops everything in their life just to become this cocoon for whatever time period they go through. They are by themselves. Their whole life changes. They're not doing anything. They're going through it. Whenever they're finished, they come out of this cocoon, and then they're this beautiful butterfly. You know, they're full of colors, full of new life. They're beautiful. You've seen butterflies. I've seen butterflies. They're beautiful. They got these bright colors. They got this life to them. They're alive. and it's beautiful, you know. Change is beautiful. Even it's change is beautiful because it's different and it's good. It's good for you. Because when you're young, when you're 18, 19, 20s, you're still in that phase where you're not complete, and you need to keep changing to become a version that you like. You need to change. Change is good, especially when it makes you grow. You gotta nurture yourself. Let yourself grow different places. Take different skills. Let yourself get a whole new mindset. Start loving more. And it's all a process. It's all a process that's scary because it's different. But it's a good process. Everything is scary when you're uncertain. When you're uncertain, you don't know. When you don't got control, you don't know. And you're scared. That's okay. Fearing is okay. But once you actually take a step forward and you're doing something to combat that fear, even though you're scared, you're still doing whatever you have to do. You're still walking forward. Then that fear is just secondary thought. Okay, you're scared, but you're still doing what you have to do. You know? You don't have to make big changes. Make small changes. But change something. Today, do something different. Do something good for yourself.